Welcome, folks. That's right. It is that time, party time, time to take over the world. That's right. It's Our Reviews Will Kill You, the Party Time podcast that brings you all that news, reviews, and all that good stuff. What we are today is we're a little lighter today because we shed some dead weight as there is no more noobs in the house. For those of you who've been paying attention, he went skiing or snowboarding or something and probably died. So you'll not have to worry about Noob until he reincarnates himself and comes back again in a future episode potentially. But good day to everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope everybody has a wonderful time, but it looks like it's just us tonight. We're just hanging out. We're going to have a good time. It'll be intimate and quiet. But good to see Ron Cold out there, Doc. And what do you mean? I was perfectly on time. Exactly, precisely on time. As we will bring you an amazing episode tonight. And I can't even... There's so much great stuff. I have to go find it. But before we do that, I need to... let's take a little beginner drink, just to whet the appetite here. So good. That shot of Jägermeister is great. I was totally just kidding. Oh my gosh. But we could share a little foofy drink. Look how pink it is. And it's got a little heart. I found this in the house that I broke into. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Long live the Knights Templar. Sure. Cranberry juice. That's what Doc's drinking. And, what is everybody drinking tonight? Let's get it out there. Let's figure it out. Shall I tell you what's on tonight's episode? I believe I shall. Let us start with a Disney star gets blocked in the face. Taylor Swift also has a sad face. Malcom in the middle, coming back for no good reason. Kevin Durant feels a little salty about the halftime show during the Super Bowl. Yeezy, or Kanye West, as you may know him, his website is down, probably for good reasons. Disney is changing its content warnings again to warn us about even more perils of watching old Disney shows. John Lithgow is going to join he's going to get potted in the Harry Potter universe. Dave Bautista is still trying to keep his acting career alive with certain conditions. In outrageous news, Florida gets renamed. And we're going to listen to some audio of an implosion, not an explosion. We're going to get in and out of the preview for G20, which I'm sure you haven't heard of, but you'll be very excited once I tell you about it. And a movie that they should have made 10 years ago, The Accountant 2. And then we're going to get reviewing. We're going to review Beast Games with Mr. Beast, which I hate watched every episode of. And I also did a lot of hate watching this weekend. I watched Kinda Pregnant, which I don't know that any of the rest of you will ever watch, with Amy Schumer and her giant moon face. And, it went a certain way, and we'll get into the review of it later. But, it's just me and you, and we've been through 384 of these things. Can you believe this? We're up to 384 episodes of tasty goodness. We got some new members out there, so thank you to our new members. We appreciate you guys. You really help support the show. For those of you who didn't know, we do have all the stories that we cover have links, which you can go to our website and check it out. And you can fact check us for yourselves. Doc is offering exclusive invites to Diddy parties to anyone who wants to watch videos with him, because he's definitely there for all that. Doc came in at 200 episodes. Really? We had 100 episodes before you joined? I can't believe that. And then we have, what else do we have? Oh, yeah, we do, short reviews. We have exclusive videos for members, which I need to do another one. And we're going to start to work on a new series of perfect movie reviews of movies we probably didn't watch. Ron gave us a great one. He gave us Powder. We're definitely going to do a video on that. All the white powder you can think of. And then on top of that, we're also going to do Night at the Museum with, I think, Ben Stiller. And I've never seen it. And I'm going to continue to not see it, but I'll give you a review of it and a breakdown of the plot. So it'll be very exciting. But in the meantime, we had a big event pass last Sunday, and I just wanted to recognize, for all my people out there, gotta acknowledge Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. Great job by them. And of course, nothing says Philadelphia like having a parade and riots. And they were going to riot whether or not they won or lost. So good for the Philadelphia fans, as 2 people shot during the Philadelphia Eagles parade, and I wouldn't have it any other way, because that's just how Philadelphia rolls. They like to shoot people and make people sad. So it's a thing in Philadelphia, but they just do it. Let's see. I think that it's just so ridiculous. No arrests, no weapons were recovered. Nope. Just, typical day for Philadelphia. No worries. They won because the refs were being called out. That's because Kansas City were the team we thought they were, which is, without the refs helping them, not very good. So it basically means that anybody could have beat them if they had just gotten to the Super Bowl. So cheers to all you out there whose teams, maybe next year you'll get to the Super Bowl, but this was Philadelphia's year, even though it was probably rigged. I do have one more piece of housekeeping I wanted to take care of. Last week we had a poll, and people wanted to talk about it. I forget if it was Mr. M or if it was... I forget who brought this to us, but it was Lamar Jackson, Tiny Head Koopa, or Dennis Hopper, King Koopa. Who wore it better? Clearly, Lamar Jackson won. He wore it the best. So, congratulations. I love the poll. I love ideas like that. So, good job, guys. You guys did it. And 50% of the vote went to Lamar Jackson. For those of you who don't know, you got to go to the YouTube site to see the poll. We probably could have done it on Instagram, but, Instagram's the thing that we don't pay that much attention to because China is asshole. So anyway, does that mean we can move on to the news? I think we can. Let's see here. Where shall we start? Yes. Let us start with a girl getting blasted in the face. Something we, I don't think we should feel bad about it because we didn't do it. And I'm fairly sure that former Vice President Dick Cheney was not there. I can neither confirm nor deny that. I have no idea. But let's take a look at the story here. Christy Carlson Romano, I have no idea who that is, says a stray bullet was less than 1 millimeter from blinding her. Disney Channel star Christy Carlson Romano, is she related to Ray Romano or something like that? Somebody should tell me what she came from, because I have not even the smallest idea. Oh, she was from Even Stevens? I don't even know what that is. And I don't know if you can see this real good, but she clearly has bullet holes in her face. It's kind of sad. You probably don't want to get your face that close to a gun. Oh, hey, Austin. How you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Even Stevens, she took a load and reported a bullet. I mean, sure. Whatever you want to say. This is definitely not graphic content, right? Anyway, this chick... She claims that they were out hunting or something, and there was another party with her party, and they unsafely fired in the wrong direction and shot her in the face. She did praise her husband, who immediately sprung into action assessed me, and rushed me to the hospital. She was hit in 5 places. Poor chick. It's pretty funny, though, Disney star getting blasted in the face. I did not expect it to be an actual bullet. I expected it to be something completely different. And Austin, I don't know if you heard, we're definitely going to do your video on, give us a great idea for Night of the Museum. So we will be doing a video on that. And then you will be giving us insight that we missed. Because clearly we missed certain things. But this chick is fine. Oh, wait, no, she's not that fine. There's a lead fragment that must remain in place as surgically removing it could leave her blind. I should fully recover with no issues at all. Although she may never be able to get an MRI again. Well, you know, don't bring people who don't know what they're doing with guns with you. She starred, she was the best known as Ren Stevens on the 3-season Disney Channel sitcom Even Stevens. And then she also voices the lead character. Is it the lead character of the animated series Kim Possible? Well, look at that. And then she was on the 3rd season of Special Forces Toughest Test, but was eliminated in the 8th episode. So that's who that chick is. There's probably like that scene from Ready Crashers where Bradley Cooper shoots Vince Vaughn in the ass. Yes, it probably was. Where that's a good movie too. Speaking of other funny things and funny faces, let's talk about Taylor Swift getting booed at the Super Bowl. Now, it could have just been me, and it could have been all the Eagles fans booing her because, you know, she's a Chiefs fan. It could be because she's overexposed. Could also be because she's dating Travis Kelce. Or it could be that she's just annoying. They put her up on the Jumbotron, and of course, I don't know why she hangs out with this Ice Spice girl. That Ice Spice girl doesn't even have a career anymore. She's a loser. She's a loser. Austin was booing her from home. I agree. You needed to do that. She needed more booing. She as she pops up on the Jumbotron, it totally gives the side eye too. It's like she gives the side eye, and then she's like, "Why are they booing me?" And then nobody booed Adam Sandler or Paul Rudd. Nope, just Taylor Swift. So I just think it's funny. El Presidente said the only one that had a tougher night than the Kansas City Chiefs was Taylor Swift. She got booed out of the stadium. MAGA is very unforgiving. What? Why do you... yes. I mean, sure there, dude. Serena Williams said, don't listen to those boos, baby. Ridiculous. So that's pretty funny. I definitely would boo her. I'm pretty sure I did. But you know who didn't boo her? But he booed Kendrick Lamar instead. I don't know why. Kevin Durant says he didn't pay attention to Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show. And I'm curious if it's because he's real friendly with Drake, or which is not a good... That's not a good sign. You probably shouldn't be friends with Drake. He said it was boring. Somebody asked him about it, and he said it meant nothing to me. No thoughts. I didn't really pay attention to it. To be honest, it was a little boring for a Super Bowl. The game got out of hand. The Super Time half-ball show was just... I didn't pay attention to it. I kind of skimmed through the whole thing, to be honest. I will say I was like most normies and did not understand a word Kendrick Lamar was rapping. Yes, Kevin Durant is probably at the Certified Diddlers party with Drake. You think Kevin Durant and Diddy hung out with Drake? Probably, right? I'm sure Drake hung out with Diddy. Doc, get on that. You're there. You're there. You're on the inside. Give us some knowledge here. The people want to know. Anyway, I definitely think that's kind of funny because, I mean, I agree with both. I agree with both things, that Drake sucks and is probably a interested in A minor. I mean, I heard it directly from Millie Bobby Brown's mouth. And I also think Kendrick Lamar was kind of boring. It just was like, I don't know what was going on with it. And Samuel Jackson was fine, I guess. Like, whatever. But some people, Magic Johnson loved it. Kendrick Lamar brought the house down tonight with his halftime performance. I loved his song selection, and the production was amazing. SZA sounded great, and I love seeing my friend Serena Williams and my good friend Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam. Angel Reese, who is a hoe, declared the halftime show a 10 out of 10. Plus Serena, chef's kiss. I don't know. I just think it's funny that Kevin Durant was like, I don't like this. Ooh, can I play what he said?
You're a basketball savant, but also a hip-hop savant. Pride yourself on that. So what would you take seeing the halftime show yesterday with Kendrick doing Not Like Us?
It meant nothing to me.
You talked about...
That's ice cold, man. Meant nothing to me. Ice cold. I don't understand what Dr. Dre has been doing for 20 years. Rolling in his money would be my guess. Just rolling in it. And then losing some of it to getting divorced. But then getting more back by not inventing headphones, but just putting his name on them. And then, no, I thought your job was a baby oil salesman, Doc. I was pretty sure that's what it was. If it wasn't for Serena Williams, Will Smith never would have said to keep his wife's name. Really? That is very interesting, Austin. So we can move on from Kevin Durant. Let's go to things I did not watch in the 90s or 2000s. When did Malcolm in the Middle happen? I have no idea. But they're making a reboot. And Freddie Muniz and Bryan Cranston and Jane Kaczmarek all returning. I mean, Bryan Cranston probably needs the money. Frankie Muniz, isn't he like a race car driver or something? And I thought he said he doesn't like being an actor. I don't know. But they're going to reprise it, and it's going to go 4 new episodes of the beloved sitcom. A premiere date has not been set. Here's the official log line, so I won't understand any of this. Malcolm and his daughter are drawn into the family's chaos when Hal and Lois demand his presence for their 40th wedding anniversary party. I mean, wouldn't he just want to come anyway? Isn't that pretty reasonable? Landmark sitcom that I never watched. So you'll have to tell me if you're interested in this. 7 seasons and 151 episodes from 2000 to 2006. I probably wasn't born yet. So, let's see here. And because the only reason he was there because of the portrayal of his father in the movie he won for. Oh, you're talking about that Will Smith movie where he played Serena Williams' mom or what have you, or dad, or transition to something. If Dewey isn't there, there's a cash grab. Is Dewey a character in the show? I'm going to guess he is. Malcolm in the Middle is the best sitcom of all time. Fair enough. I mean, it did create Bryan Cranston, and I think he's an amazing actor. And I have no problem. Some people don't like Freddie Muniz or Frankie Muniz, whatever that Muniz guy's name is, and I have no problem with him. It won 33 Emmy nominations. Holy macaroni. And won 7. Cloris Leachman, she's hilarious. She was the best guest actress at a comedy. I mean, that's kind of funny. Literally changed the face of television comedy landscape. Wow. I just don't watch a lot of sitcoms, I guess. It's just not my thing. But it's coming back, and it sounds... Hey, if they got most of the people back, that's probably better than none of them. Let's talk about somebody who should stop coming back and definitely take a long hiatus. Kanye West fashion brand has a website shut down. He reduced his entire stock down to one shirt. And he called himself, and the shirt is connected with the N-word. And not the one you're thinking of if you watched my Kanye video. I did a whole video on this just to kind of illustrate Kanye's downfall and where it all means. And it was mostly just a chance to look at his wife that's kind of a clone of Kim Kardashian naked, mostly. So, but no, Yeezy is having a tough time. Kanye West it's ridiculous. He trolled everybody is the long story short. He bought Super Bowl advertising time, and he went and he's like, oh, I spent all my money on these teeth, and go to Yeezy.com, right? Well, originally it had all of his Yeezy stuff on it. Well, he reduced it down to one shirt, with a symbol from a famous painter from the 1940s. And, he even said that he's an N-word. So, what are you going to do? So they shut him down. They removed the company hosting and fulfilling orders for Yeezy.com has removed the brand's website after the streetwear and foot brand owned by Kanye West reduced its online shop to a single t-shirt. Yeah, not smart. And then there's like a whole AI reaction to it. And then they're supposedly getting divorced, him and his wife. So ridiculous. I would just say this guy's going down a rabbit hole that nobody wants to follow. And he also got kicked off of X, and it's a mess. So just there's not a lot to talk about. They should add content warning to Kanye because Disney likes to add content warnings. And if you guys remember, those content warnings were, how do we say, maybe we'll say they were problematic. They went through old Disney films. Also, it's especially funny because they absolutely fridged the Song of the South. He's just a male Kardashian. I do think he's a little bit insane now, because at least like the Kardashians have managed to be hoes on and like get involved and stuff, and they're just publicity, right? Like you're saying, except they don't manage to call people, like they haven't gotten canceled other than for being annoying, and it's kind of weird for sure. It's definitely weird. But like, so Disney, they fridge Song of the South. So you can't even hear Zippity Doo Dah, Zippity Day. You can't sing that song anymore. It's illegal. And Disney Plus, apparently they had put content warnings on Peter Pan and Dumbo. I mean, Dumbo's a little racially insensitive, but it's fine. They're crows. What are you gonna do? It's Dumbo. Featuring Kanye West and Diddy. That is exactly what Doc is doing right now. He's having a party. He has personalized invitations for all of us. Anyway, I want to read the old... Okay. The current one says, and includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures. The new warning says this program is presented as originally created and may contain stereotypes or negative depictions. I mean, they weren't really... because they changed everything in 2020 or 2019, sometime in that time period. And 4 years later, here's a 2020 version. This program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of colors of people. Oh, wait, a mistreatment of peoples or cultures, not colors. These stereotypes were wrong then and are wrong now. Rather than remove this content, we want to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation to create a more inclusive future together. Disney is committed to creating stories with inspirational and aspirational themes that reflect the rich diversity of human experience around the globe. Why are they mad at Peter Pan? Oh, is it because the Indians or something like that? Oh, yeah, more Siamese cats, if you please. What movie is that from? That's from Lady and the Tramp, maybe? I don't remember. That's a great song. Or is it from, maybe, I don't know what it's from. But it's a good song. We are Siamese, if you please. Didn't they? They took that out of the live action remake. So I'm going to say it was Lady and the Tramp, because no one asked for a live action remake. And then you double down on by removing that song is pretty dumb. That's like adding the live action version of Little Mermaid. It was like adding Aquafina. It's just annoying. They put these dumb warnings on them and on Disney Plus, but go ahead and tone down everything on the Disney Plus version because it seems less racist. If you want to watch racist cuts, you need the DVDs. If you want to see the ones with the, they still left sex in the Lion King, didn't they? It was Lady and the Tramp. Thank you, Austin. Yeah. So I think it's Disney may have finally gotten tired of losing. This is remarkable course adjustment and evidence of how politics can reshape culture overnight. So that's funny. Maybe we'll get some changes. Hey, maybe we'll get Song of the South back and we can all watch it together. We'll do a live stream watching Song of the South. Feel like the guy who was in it won like an Oscar, and they fridged the poor guy. This is other news that I'm sure some people care about this. Because I like John Lithgow. I think he's good. But John Lithgow is going to be Dumbledore in the Harry Potter TV show. I don't know that the Harry Potter TV show even makes sense. I guess you Harry Potter fans will have to tell me if that makes sense to you. John Lithgow is known for starring in such sitcoms as Third Rock from the Sun. Very good show. I didn't watch a lot of it, but enough to know it was funny. He was Lord Farquaad in Shrek. And he was Winston Churchill in The Crown. He was also the bad guy in Cliffhanger. Great movie. If you've never seen it, with Sylvester Stallone. The South Shall Rise Again. Okay, hold on. I missed one. They got rid of the racist senator servant in Fantasia by cropping it out on Disney Plus, but left the racist warning. Really? I'll have to go back and watch that. And the South Shall Rise Again. Yes, Doc is native Alabamian. Maybe. Or he's from Mississippi. Deep South. But he will there were already 2 other people who played Dumbledore. Well, what does that matter then? Richard Harris and Michael Gambon played Aldous Dumbledore and Harry Potter. So what is that? The guy who died, like he died in real life, and then he couldn't play Dumbledore anymore, so they recast him. Is that what happened? I have no idea. I don't pay that much attention to Harry Potter. There you go. Pussy butthole Potter. I agree with you. I do not want to watch Harry Potter. I had heard that they were going to replace Harry Potter with a black chick. But who knows if that's true. That's probably just to piss off people. They're just trying to stir up controversy. I can't imagine the show's going to be any good. They're going to replace all the redheads. All the redheads will get race swapped. I guarantee it. And probably gender swapped. Because it was made a couple years ago. So I'm assuming, it's like already been in production. So I'm assuming, I think it's already in production. I'm just guessing. I don't know. You tell me who the cast of Harry Potter is. And no one told me whether or not the other guy died, that Dumbledore guy. I have no idea. I don't even know who Dumbledore is. As far as I know, he could be Dumbledore. But we can talk about another guy who's controversial, I guess. Dave Bautista, who I have stuck up for this guy and his acting abilities. But he's a real he really likes to ride James Gunn hard. He's like, I'll only come back to playing Drax again. He played Drax in 3 Guardians of the Galaxy and 2 Avenger movies. So that's 5 movies. He's like, I'll only play it if they bring James Gunn back again. Bro, you can work with other directors. It's okay. I know you like James Gunn. But come on, bro. It's okay. Plus, I think I remember him saying he didn't want to getting into shape as Drax is very difficult for him now, especially. I'm gonna look at this. Looks like Wagovi face to me. But he's definitely going to be. He said he's in his 50s, and it's very difficult for him to put the mask back on, and he's shirtless the entire time. So I think it'll be pretty difficult for him unless they made a joke out of it. They're replacing Hermione with a 300-pound teenage girl who smokes weed, and Harry will be Aquafina. Ron's gonna be a homosexual. I would rather watch that than watch the actual show. Harry will be Aquafina would be so funny. Huh? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think that's kind of funny. In fact, it's an outrage. It's beyond an outrage. It's time to get outrageous. This music doesn't sound very. Let's get more outrageous. Let's go with. Here we go. This is a little outrageous. Not really, but it's cool. It's my song, so I can be outraged if I like. Well, apparently there's been a renaming dispute around the world. People are renaming everything. I'm excited about it. Z going to lead Harry Potter. Spoiler alert. Yes, I shall play a 12-year-old boy. And it's going to work out fine. Don't you worry about it. I'll play that boy as hard as I can. You know? It'll be very exciting. But Moon Pie has renamed the state of Florida. Let's take a look at some of this. Google and Apple have changed the Gulf of Mexico to its rightful name, Gulf of America. I don't know why people are getting all bent out of shape over this, because guess what? Mexico is part of North America too. And just like the United States is part of North America, it's not like they renamed it the Gulf of the United States. It's just the Gulf of America instead of the Gulf of Mexico. And guess what? We own just as much real estate as they do on it. So let's share it equally. Hold on. You play that on the island now, a 12-year-old boy. Ah, yes. To play a 12-year-old boy... To play that boy too hard, he's only 12. Yes. Is he 12? I would have gone for a hard 13, but... They hire 30-year-olds to play these guys all the time anyway. So I'm sure they're going to hire some, old man to play Harry Potter. All right, what else got named? Oh, the governor of Illinois announced he would be renaming Lake Michigan to Lake Illinois. Look at this moon pie face looking guy. Hereinafter, Lake Michigan shall be known as Lake Illinois. I do like them naming Greenland to Red, White, and Blue Land. I'm okay with that. Does that mean we get to rename the Greenland Sea? The Babylon Bee did a pretty good bit on on renaming the entire world based off of the Trump's new naming conventions, and they were like, they named Hawaii Moana ? And then they named 5 other Polynesian islands Moana. Just like Moana. Talk about the monkey. Is that a movie coming out? I should have done it in or out, and maybe I'll save it for next week, because unless it comes out immediately. Is the monkey the one where the guy, it's like the killer? The monkey, the monkey kills people in kind of a Final Destination way? Because if it is, then we already reacted to it, which we both want to see it. So I think I wanted to see it more than he did, by the way. Moon Pie, though, the literal cookie, is renaming Florida. They're not going to name it Florida. They're going to name it Moon Pie Town, effective immediately, to whom it may concern. Thanks to recent geographical updates, we're excited to announce that the landmass previously known as Florida will be referred to as Moon Pie Town. But Florida is a state, you say. No, Florida was a state. Now it's Moon Pie Town. We can just do this now. Please continue to enjoy our delicious marshmallow sandwiches and don't think too much about it. Welcome to Moon Pie Town. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. And you are 50 plus. No, Noob is 50 plus. You're getting us confused again, Doc. So, I guess I was outraged by this, but, you know, I'm not that outraged. Conspiratorial templates. Moon Pie Town sounds better than Florida anyway. It's not Florida, it's Florida. Somebody changed their resume to be proud graduate of the University of Moon Pie Town. I want to see some NFL athlete be like, I went to the University of Moon Pie Town. Guess I need a Moon Pie Town license plate now. Yes, you do. I know AOC loves vacationing in Moon Pie Town. What do you do with all the alligators in Moon Pie Town? You know? I triple dog dare you, Google Maps. Do it. I mean, for April Fools, they should 100% do it. So I was outraged, but not that outraged. How do you guys feel about listening to what is essentially fake news? The haunting audio of the Titan sub implosion finally released. So I listened to this and I said to myself, this doesn't sound right. And we'll take a listen right now. And it's funny because it wasn't NOAA at the time. Who was it? I thought it was the Coast Guard who claimed that they thought they heard the implosion and they were still searching for the thing. And the Coast Guard was like, we heard the implosion. Well, now the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, trying to prove their value to Doge, has just released audio from the implosion. Now, I'm going to let you listen to it, but I want to explain something to you. So I guess that's what the implosion sounded like. Just a little bit of noise. The only thing about what we just listened to is, you know, when you think about an implosion, it probably happened like that. Less than 1 second. And it says here, likely within tens of milliseconds that the hull was breached. It would have been so quick that the victims wouldn't have had time to feel pain or realize what was happening. The newly released audio, then, is an extended version of the sound made in the instant more than 2.5 miles underground. So they have manipulated this sound to give us a nice, 20-second clip of something that happened so fast it wouldn't have even made sense for you to listen to it. Yes, Noob plays a girl and a boy every day. Yes. Have you seen the video of the cup that was in... That was with those two girls? I have seen that video with that cup that was with those two girls, as a matter of fact. It didn't sound anything like an implosion, though. I will guarantee you that. I mean, it was more of an explosion instead of an implosion, if you ask me. But I am outraged by the fact that they gave us this, they released the audio, and it's fake news. They just made up a sound for us to listen to. So you can't trust NOAA. I mean, I guess you could trust NOAA. If he says there's a flood and he can only take 2 of each kind, you should listen to NOAA. But as far as listening to the United States government, NOAA, fake news. You heard it here, folks. I'm outraged, which means I am outraged. That means we get to go in and out, baby. Let's go in or out. Let's change the song. Oh, yeah, this should have been outrageous music, but that's okay. Let's get in and out. You guys are going to be excited about this. I'm actually kind of excited about this, to be honest with you. Viola Davis is a president who hunts down terrorists in Amazon's G20 straight to streaming. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Have you seen those guys that had one hammer? No, I can't say that I've seen that one, but I heard Noob Noob was part of it. Prove me wrong. Viola Davis, this is the kind of movie that the guy from 300 would normally do. What the heck's his name? You know, King Leonidas. He's in like White House Down. And it's not Ben Stiller. Someone completely different from that. A big, strong guy. You know, somebody will tell me who he is. Anyway, this is Viola Davis. And the one reason why I would definitely watch it is Anthony Starr is in it as the villain. And Anthony Starr, for those of you who don't know, is Homelander. And I think he's going to be awesome. And Viola Davis is a great actress, but she's also like 60 years old and a little bit too hefty to be played. Wasn't she just in The Woman King where she was thin? I seen her in this, and it looks like she went back to eating ho-hos. So I'm a little confused as to what's going on here. But the premise of it is Viola Davis plays a commander-in-chief who does what it takes to save the day. She's literally beating them up. She's beating up dudes like 100 pounds heavier than her. Directed by Patricia Riggins. It's coming out on April 10th. And I am in. Absolutely in. It's going to be so bad. It's going to be great. They're going to Cape Town, South Africa for the G20 Center. And they're going to kidnap all of the world's leaders and make them read something so they can AI mimic them. It's going to be great. Super awesome. Project Deep Fake. Oh, this is so stupid. This is Viola Davis as you've never seen her. That can't possibly be right. Was she not in The Woman King? Am I completely wrong about this? I feel like she was in The Woman King. And yeah, Viola Davis was in The freaking Woman King. You can't tell me this is how I've never... Yes, Gerard Butler, Mr. M. Mr. M coming in clutch. This is... They basically pitched this movie to Gerard Butler, and he was like, this is Sparta. He's like, I will never set foot in South Africa ever again because it's illegal for me to go there, allegedly. Who's the next best person? Obviously, Viola Davis. If you can't get Gerard Butler, you have to go Viola Davis. Duh. How dare you say this is Viola Davis as you've never seen her heroically kicking tons of ass in a global thrill ride? Oh, I guess Woman King wasn't a global enough for you. How dare you diminish the accomplishments of a proud black woman? How dare you? Her favorite foods are spaghetti and butter. And she'll like drinking Red Bull and Mountain Dew. So I'm in on this. It's going to be so terrible, but I'm so in. And then next on the docket, The Accountant Part 2. Ben Affleck and John Barenthal. And this is the movie, I haven't seen The Accountant in forever. So remind me, but I'm fairly sure that The Accountant 2 is Ben Affleck playing an autistic man where he's like, I'm a nerd, I wear glasses, and I kill people. Ha 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 ha. Right? That's what the first was about. I don't even remember John Barenthal being in the first Accountant. But I like John Barenthal, so... Oh, they're brothers. Wow. I would not have thought that. Ben Affleck's a big man, and John Barenthal's like a normal-sized man. Yup. Back in action as an autistic accountant who works to uncook the books. Yup. The first movie brought in 155 million worldwide on a budget of 44 million. I wonder what the budget is now. I mean, I'm kind of interested. I don't know. It's going to be in April, in theaters on April 25th. I'm not going to say I'm in, but I'm definitely not out. The account in the movie no one asked for. I mean, they did ask for it, but like 10 years ago, back before everybody knew that Ben Affleck was an alcoholic and his career was still doing pretty good. When did the first one come out? Why can no one tell me that? It doesn't say it in here. Yeah, I have no idea. You would think they would tell you, like, you know, the 2010 release of The Accountant. No idea. It's not just an action movie, folks. It's not just an action movie. It's much more than that. I don't think I watched the trailer either. I think I forgot to. What's the best Godzilla? Ooh, that's a tough one. Which is, you see my Godzillas in the back? Is that what you're asking me? Like, which is my best Godzilla? Or just the best Godzilla? Because Godzilla -1 is pretty darn good as far as movies go. Although my favorite is probably Godzilla versus those underground people. Okay, which movie? I don't know. There's so many of them that I like. I like Godzilla versus Hedorah. Might be one of my favorites. Or what's the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla with King Caesar? That's gonna be my favorite one. I have King Caesar up there somewhere, so I forget the name of that one. I think it's Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, but I could be wrong. And it's the first Mechagodzilla. That King Caesar battle is pretty intense. And it's a very old movie. The new ones suck. Nah, they're like... I mean, it's relative. I don't think they're... Because the old ones are pretty boring, too, if you actually watch them, the old Godzilla movies. Because I found King of the Monsters pretty boring. I kind of like the new Empire one because it's so ridiculous. There's literally like 20 minutes of just Kong, no humans talking, and just Kong like fighting other monkeys. Like, it's pretty wild. And they, you know, they're trying to add to the universe by adding like Shimu and giving King Kong like a motorized arm and stuff. So I'm okay with them. They're fine. They're like the old Godzilla movies where they're basically kids movies at this point, which is fine by me. I'm okay with that. Hey, we got Godzilla -1, which if you want an intense movie, you get Godzilla -1. If you want a less intense one, you get the Godzilla New Empire. So I think that means we get to move on though to some reviews. Oh yeah, what are we reviewing? That's a super good question. Let's talk about Kinda Pregnant first because I don't like the movie. And Beast Game, I think I have some interesting points to make about Beast Game. So Kinda Pregnant. Oh, God. Amy Schumer, her new movie, which is just god-awful. God-awful. What's the best Godzilla movie? The best Godzilla movie for Godzilla? What's a Godzilla? I don't know what that is. Well, I watched it so you wouldn't have to watch it, Austin. That's the point. I would bet you that of our entire audience, you couldn't be tied down and be forced to watch this movie. It's that bad. I literally spent the first 20 minutes just being like, God, what happened to her face? And apparently she has some sort of disease that makes her face look like that. She's this giant swollen moon face that is so disturbing. I just cannot be... It's unbelievable. I can't even... I can't even. It's just so distracting. Her giant Moonface. And I feel bad, sort of, because she has a disease, but not really. Anyway, Kind of Pregnant. Critics have it at 25%. Audience has it 23%. There is one funny joke in it, though. At least one, maybe two. When Lainey's plan to settle down and start a family falls apart, she puts on a fake baby bump, tells a lie, and accidentally falls for her dream guy. Good Lord. Although, you know, it might be funny. Let's read some reviews. Let's read the audience reviews, because they're usually funnier than the critics' reviews. Dude, she tells the stuff she jokes about is just so vile. I can't even. But there's one funny part, and I filmed it for my review for it, is there's this little kid running around the table, like running around crazy. He's holding a kitchen knife, and he literally runs up to her and stabs her right in the baby bump. Which I just thought was funny that this little kid stabbed a baby and was just like, sorry. That was funny. It had nothing to do with Amy Schumer, so that's how this movie rolls. Amy Schumer's in the part, but adds nothing to the funniness. Okay, so let's see here. Stop giving this woman work. I feel sorry for the actors who had to share screen with her. Just flat out a bad movie. The only reason anyone is watching this garbage is because Netflix is forcing this on us. I feel like I was forcibly forced to watch this. Pretty disgusting, to be honest. How Amy Schumer gets any roles is beyond me. The girl is hard enough to look at, but then the jokes, just a completely unfunny person who needs to disappear from Hollywood immediately. Netflix keeps wasting money on these terrible movies. Amy is a terrible actress with the same kind of humor in every film. The writing is terrible. Please, Netflix, stop paying millions of dollars for these terrible movies. Yeah, these are pretty awful. I lasted 15 minutes. Well, seen as produced by and showing on Netflix. Oh, by the way, Adam Sandler produced this. How dare he force this upon us? March 15th is officially BJ and Steak Day. I guess Doc declared it, so Doc's giving out BJs and cooking steaks for people. Let's read one or two. This is the worst movie ever. I've seen worse. Not many, but worse. Oh, who else stars in it? Some of the most unfunny people I've ever seen. That's who stars in it. Besides Amy Schumer. Let's see here. Jillian Bell, not funny. Brienne Howie, she's fine. Will Forte, not funny, really. Lizzie, all the supporting cast. Absolutely dreadful, not funny at all. Like, well, except for the one main, like, her friend. But other than that, ooh, she was a screenwriter on this. Amy Schumer wrote some of this. Good Lord. And Adam Sandler, this is... You should get put in jail for this, is what I'm saying. You're skinning on thin ice there, brother. Thin ice with me. Don't be doing this again. I let you slide on that thing you called a comedy special. That was really not a comedy special. I let you slide on that one. But this cannot happen again. No. So we can move on. I do not recommend this. If you want to torture someone, then yes, you should watch it. Beast Games finally ended. Started in 2024. Really? All right. So this one's an interesting one. I don't know how you guys feel about Mr. Beast. Jared Fogle enjoyed the movie. He said it in an interview. Is that real? Did he really say that? Okay, here's gonna be my point, and I might make a video about this just because I think I like making points on the internet that other people haven't made, and I haven't read. I when we do reviews, I don't listen to other people's reviews before I give my review because I don't want to taint what my review sounds like. And I haven't talked to many people about the Beast Games because it just ended last night. And it's been a long season. It's 10 episodes. So it's been 10 weeks of this because it comes out once a week. And Mr. Beast missed one of the biggest marketing stunts he ever could have possibly done. And I cannot believe he's that foolish that he missed it. Clearly, he had no supervision making this show. He just did whatever he wanted. And in fact, the funniest part is, as you can see here, Beast Games was supposed to be the largest payout ever on a TV show because they were giving the winner $5 million. And this is a little bit of a spoiler, but it doesn't spoil like who wins or anything like that. Mr. Beast, in the last episode, he sets it up as a spoiler from the 9th episode to the 10th episode that someone could flip a coin to double the payout to $10 million. And instead of advertising whether or not it happens, he leaves it as a cliffhanger. Well, after the coin flip actually happens, now he has to give out $10 million. Do you not think more people would have watched the show if he advertised, if Amazon spent a little bit of money being like, hey, guess what? We're giving away $10 million to one winner of Beast Games. Tune in. Wouldn't you at least be mildly interested if somebody, in fact, won $10 million? And I even also predicted what the game would be, the final game. And I'll just give you what I predicted. And then if you watch the show, you can assess that for yourself. What, Doc, I'm surprised you weren't on Beast Games, first of all. Anyway, he says, I said, I bet you the final game is you picking a number from 1 to 10. And I'm probably right. In fact, the fact that he doubled the amount of money on a coin flip is ridiculous. And the fact that he gave out $10 million. Ridiculous. Austin, I do not disagree with you. I don't like Mr. Beast. I hate watched every single episode about this. I'm just pointing out that he made a marketing bungle. And, of course, Doc will think this is rigged, but thinks the NFL is completely honest. And no one gets the money. You know that's illegal, right? That the FCC has, you can't advertise a show and not give people money. I mean, it could be rigged. It didn't seem rigged because here's what I'll say about Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is a psychopath. He doesn't use any person's name in this show until like the last two people. He just calls people by their numbers and drops them down holes. I mean, that was kind of funny watching people get dropped down holes. But every game was like pretty ridiculous. And it was so stupidly random as to how you would win. There was one or two psychological games, but then they ended up just being random anyway. The critics have it at 13%. The audience has it at 89%. I'm kind of shocked that the audience liked this that much. 1,000 contestants compete in a physical, mental, and social challenges for a chance to win $5 million cash prize. Contestants use their strength and wit to stay in the game with the hopes of being a multi-million-dollar winner. What I think, yeah, Mr. Beast is just, he looks like a grinning, retarded psychopath. And he just screams at people. And it's just weird. I don't know. And it seems very disingenuous at times as well. Because he's like, oh, is this person... And the games are so stupid. Like, they had one game where it's like a physical challenge, and they had a bunch of girls go there, and they're like, all right, let's see who could do the most push-ups. And obviously, the one girl did one push-up and dropped out. And was immediately eliminated. Like, how stupid is that? And I suspect that it wasn't rigged because he screwed up several of the games to the point where he builds up all this stuff and somebody immediately gets eliminated or somebody immediately makes a different choice, so he doesn't even get to use the game that he put out in front of them. So I don't think he had any supervision for this. And supposedly there's a whole lot of drama that went on behind the scenes about like wedding proposals and people suing for the conditions and people of the what else? All sorts of weird drama going on, and they showed zero of it. You didn't get to know anything about the winners until like the top 4. You got to know nothing about them personally. They were just numbers to Mr. Beast to drop in the holes. Every original member of the Mr. Beast channel is now gone, and he's too integral to the channel for the execs to let him go. Agreed. But he just comes off as a weirdo. He's so bizarre in this show. I don't know that I could recommend it to people. I guess if you like Squid Games, the challenge, you'd kind of like this. But Squid Games, I think, is better and had more interesting drama to it versus this, which was just completely random people with random numbers just randomly defeating each other in random puzzles and stuff. It was just kind of stupid. Like they even had like a thing where they were asking like trivia questions, and the trivia questions were so dumb, and they had like 10 people answering one dumb question, and they still got them wrong. It's kind of unbelievable, you know? The whole thing was just bizarre. So I enjoyed hate watching it, though. Does that make sense? I can't recommend it necessarily, but I can definitely recommend that if you want to hate watch something, you can hate watch this. I mean, I'm glad some of the members of his team is and by the way, all his like little clique of little dudes that hang out with this guy, hyper annoying. They should get rid of all those guys. He has like minions that run around, and they get credit in the show too. What's their credit? Like, because every once in a while he'll say something like Chandler, Carl, Tyler. Shut up. Don't talk to them. They're annoying and weird and creepy, and all of them give off hyper PDF file vibes. Keep them away from children. All of them, including Mr. Beast. Don't let him around children either. So, that's it. Those are my reviews. Did they kill you? They killed me. Watching Kind of Pregnant came pretty close. I did not think I would make it through that. I thought there was a good chance that I would not survive. But next week, I think Spider-Man's out. I know, like right now, I'm watching Invincible. I'm reviewing that. It's season 3 for Invincible. I'm reviewing Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is kind of woke, but it's fine so far. It's not like incredibly offensive, but it's not Spider-Man that you know from Marvel, and it's just a totally different Spider-Man. Sure, whatever, man. What else? Cobra Kai is out, and I'll be reviewing that. So we'll see. If I can power through that, I'll have it reviewed for you guys. There's a bunch of stuff coming out. Oh, and Captain America, which no one will watch, but I will hate watch it for you guys. I will endure that punishment just so that you get informed how bad Black in America is. Because I like Falcon, but making him Captain America was a bad move, man. They should have just had a Falcon movie. And they had a Falcon TV show, which didn't do that good. Falcon and Winter Soldier. So why they did Captain America, I do not know. Anyway, I think that wraps it up for me. Thank you. Thank you to our new channel members. We got some good videos coming out for you guys, I promise. We'll have some good stuff. We'll make some extra content for those members that'll get it. We'll put out some extra videos. In fact, I'm going to have I think I'm going to have a reaction to Kane Pixel's Backrooms because he's put out a new video. So I might react to that as well. Thanks to everybody. Oh, I did want to fight with somebody about Bitcoin. Somebody said, I don't know what I'm talking about with Bitcoin. I challenge you to explain to me how you know Bitcoin better than I do. Because you clearly have no idea. Like, what is Bitcoin used for? Sorry, it just riled me up a little bit. My Hawk Tua video, people got mad at me about, this guy doesn't know anything about Bitcoin. I'm like, you're a gamook. Called me a gronk. I'm clearly not Zach Ertz. Dallas Goedert. There you go. I'm a Dallas Goedert, who I think plays for the Eagles. Anyway, thanks, you guys. Love all you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Valentine's Day. Enjoy. It was we had a lovely dinner together. I would love to do this again. Let's do it again sometime. Love all y'all, but I am on to the next one. Peace, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving, Mr. M. Love you guys. I'm out.
Thanks for catching the video. Be sure to join our channel to get the education you deserve. Make sure you check out our shorts, live streams, and catch us on all the socials. Don't forget to like and subscribe.